Hello everyone, and welcome back to Farm Hercology. Head over to farmhercology.com for complete study units. In today's video, we will be discussing blood products. When someone donates blood, the sample collected is referred to as whole blood. From whole blood, various blood products will be derived. The sample is placed in a centrifuge, which is a device that will spin the sample at a very high rate, and that will cause it to separate into its different components. On initial spin, the whole blood will separate into two components, the first being red blood cells. These are referred to as packed red blood cells or PRBCs. They are referred to as packed red blood cells because each unit of PRBCs has twice the hematocrit as whole blood. The other component that is separated on initial spin is called platelet-rich plasma. Now, plasma is the liquid that blood cells and blood proteins like clotting factors are suspended in. When those red blood cells are separated from plasma, we are left with a clotting factor-rich plasma. Now we can centrifuge this platelet-rich plasma to further isolate platelets. Now, platelet infusions are especially useful in chemotherapy patients. Many chemo agents work by attacking rapidly dividing cancer cells. Bone marrow cells, where platelets are produced, are also rapidly dividing, so they tend to be affected by chemotherapy. Platelets are so important for many functions, including immunity and coagulation, so it can become necessary to replace those platelets in at-risk patients. Platelets can also be derived directly from a donor in a process called apheresis, where the apheresis machine will draw blood from the donor's arm, separate the blood components, retain some platelets, and then return the remaining blood to the donor. Using this process, one donor can contribute about 4 to 6 times as many platelets as a unit of platelets obtained from a whole blood donation. So it is the preferred method for getting platelets. So instead of using our platelet-rich plasma to derive platelets, we can freeze it to create fresh frozen plasma. Frozen plasma is stable for up to 1 year, and when thawed, we have a highly concentrated fluid of clotting factors that is useful in burn and shock patients, as well as patients with severe liver disease and clotting factor disorders. The final blood product we will look at is cryoprecipitate. When fresh frozen plasma is thawed, the precipitate is cryoprecipitate. It is rich in clotting factor 8 and fibrinogen and is useful in patients with hemophilia A who lack clotting factor 8. As you can see from one sample of whole blood, we can derive many different blood products that have applications from deficiencies to major bleeds. Per the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds someone in the US needs blood, so go donate. Thanks for watching.